Hello, this is Vulturefire, and it's time for another new player deck video. So, overview again, we have only a handful of cards unlocked. We have only a handful of Forge upgrades purchased. We are working with level 5 characters. So the idea here is this is similar to what a new player might have. My initial plan was to do a Raodan Frostbite list, but I couldn't find a way to build it that I really liked. So I had been putting off doing this Raodan video, why it's later in the series. So instead, I decided I was just going to go with a spirit summoning list, because that sounded like something I haven't done in a bit. I think it's actually a decent strategy, and I think it is something that does work pretty well in Raodan. Like, Raodan makes good use of the extra mana, but it is also not really a conventional strat. It's not like a thing that you would normally do with Raodan, which is interesting. We were on like 1-8. I don't think we want 2. We definitely want at least 1 defensive field. That'll help us keep our... It'll help keep us alive. It'll help keep our spirits alive. I'm deciding if I wanted to go just like 2 focuses and 2 resolute focuses. I think we want... I think we do want a Frozen Hide. I think we do want a Hobble. So we have Weak and Tough. And then... So, our main damage source is, of course, Thriving Spirit. But there's no reason we can't run some other things on top of that. Kind of thinking Meditate. And then just... Let's take an Infuse to get us started, and we will take more. We'll probably end up picking up more status as we go through the run. So in the card pool, Mana Eruption and Spry Vigor are both pretty good, usually on Raodan. Real quick, let's see what our summon cards are. I don't think we want more Thriving Spirits, but we have so few relevant cards, and it does help us scale that I may put it in. I'm going to put it in anyway. Normally I wouldn't, I think, but just because of where we're at, in terms of card unlocks. So there aren't many ally focused cards that are unlocked right now, but there are enough. Just allies. So we're not running assisted analysis because we really need to be able to fit Thriving Spirits in. Like, if we can't get Thriving Spirits out, we can't win, which makes assisted analysis not work amazingly. You really need some way to either clear out your allies, or you need to just not have allies be your main damage source for assisted analysis to work. Spirit Shield is pretty good. It'll let us sacrifice our allies for our own benefit. It divides things out equal ally. But I am running it anyway because it's just like I want it. Also, I want Cleanse. So I need to figure out my 4 other epics. Because we don't have much of the Frost, Flash Freeze could actually be good. But we don't have much of the Frost, I mean we don't have any other Frost baseline. Ether Storm seems fine. Magic Cannon is probably okay. It's not a card that I'm a huge fan of, but I haven't tried the new version, so... Honestly, Decreasing Mana is also probably good. We are just at that thing we hit all the time with building these new player experiences. Like, we just don't have that many epics to work with total. Icy Chains doesn't work great with Flash Freeze, but it's so good on its own that I'm willing to run it. Rest of Focus isn't necessarily valuable, but I'll take it. Just kind of throwing in cards here. This sort of deck where we just kind of fill stuff in because we don't necessarily, like, we only have a handful of cards that are actually on theme. I do think we probably want more mana cards, but I don't know that we have other high value. I'm probably underrating Weird I don't like Weird Concentration, but it's probably actually okay here. But I think we're just going to go with this. We're just going to count with the fact that we can pick up Epic, whatever. Okay. So with all that out of the way, There is a summon card we can pick up here that's pretty useful. There's some kind of stuff here, although the real thing we want is Protect the Brood. Beyblade, unfortunately, is not going to threaten our summons, which actually does mean that we may not need to pick up Protect the Brood. But we just don't get much out of Ether Planes. Yeah, we're going to take this route. One nice thing here is Infested Goliath and other enemies, as of this patch, can no longer summon over our allies, which is going to make things a bit easier for us. And we did also get the mid-boss that we want to see, and it is behind an Elemental Cannon, which I generally like seeing. Elemental Paralysis isn't going to do anything for us, but, you know. And this is, of course, one of the problems with the deck is that, like, we are pretty reliant on finding our cards here, or we just cannot do anything. But our spirits do quite a lot of damage right out of the gate. And it's just going to go up as we make sure our allies are fine. I probably should have put in card draw. I was a bit worried that we were going to be low on mana, but it looks like I may have over-corrected there. Raodan getting 2 extra mana per turn really does mean a lot when you don't have any card draw. Our buddy here is going to finish him off. There we go. Brainstorm is card draw. That'll work. Unfortunately, our spirits are not quite strong enough to get this to finish off these Dorkums. We are now bleeding, which is not really what I like to see, but all right, there's that. That'll help us stop bleeding. No, I should have done that for, well, doesn't matter a ton. Let's go ahead and pop you. Doesn't matter which one I like. We actually just have victory here because we go 1-2 and then 1-2. Frendo's getting the job done. Take the emergency shield, I think. Yeah. Just more card draw necessary. So we're going to draw emergency shield for free here. And it gives us more shield because we have that sturdy. Actually going to exactly go to 0 shield here, which is nice, because we're not going to take any damage. We will get emergency shield back. So this is going to freeze, which is fine. It means that we aren't going to get frozen by the frostbite. A frost barrier doing work. Also means that we get extra detonation damage. And Goon Squad is coming out swinging. Bonk. Kind of just want more draw. These can be awkward if they draw into each other. Ooh. Shield Wall, though, is just so good for just being like, and now we're all alive. Or Shield Wall is, or Defensive Can't, and is exactly the kind of thing we don't like to see. I don't think there's actually an AoE attack here, so I'm fine doing this. Although it technically leaves one of our buddies unprotected somewhat here. Alright, we lose a couple cards here, but that's fine. And I want to pop off the whatever there. So yeah, our mana isn't completely safe. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of healing here. Maybe I should put in Restorative Focus in the card pool, but yeah. There's the little one down. Just the big one to go. There we go. Spirit Swarm. Love to see it. That's the card we most need. We'll just take that. So once we upgrade Spirit Swarm, that'll help us scale as well. I guess there's no point in doing any of this. I guess I could have gotten... Well, this one's off the Frostbite. Fortunately, can't quite afford that shield wall. Shield wall being 6 is a little awkward, because the magic number is kind of 4 because of focus, but... So if I get tough here, we get frozen. I think I'm just going to take it to do that. Oh. So we aren't able to block that summon from coming out because we cleared the spot that then immediately got filled. But we made up for that by... This guy scales up a whole lot slower than he used to. He's only at 3 powerful now. Instead of like, I don't know, infinity. Oh, we have nowhere near enough mana. In my head, I just kind of assumed we had mana. We super do not. So yeah, mana is a problem. Alright, there's some more powerful coming in. And this is going to hit very hard. This is a level of hard hitting I was expecting. Hopefully, I'll chip through it relatively quick, but... And damage number is not going... Well, we can do that and that, which will do a lot to help alleviate it. Because, yeah, that weak plus tough literally halves the incoming damage. And we also took off one of the powerful stacks, so... Bye. Okay. So we could reroll here and force out the other card, which I think is I think we do want the Benta summoning more than we want Extract Potential. Extract Potential isn't bad, but I don't think it's really where this deck is at. Storm Calling, though, is great. The nice thing here is, like, even if we can't summon Bentas, it will still trigger the actions of all allies. But Spirit Swarm Plus is the upgrade we want for that extra powerful value. Extra powerful value! I don't think there's anything here I'm super looking to cut. I think the Infuse has been fine. The Meditate is probably the only card I'm kind of side-eyeing here. I don't know that it does anything for me, but if we don't take it, then we get to keep a reroll token, which I also kind of like. We could get a Mecha Suit. I haven't actually taken Mecha Suit, but it would be a great defensive option. And I'm too lazy to bother remembering what those effects do. It's all just various temporary buffs. Take the energy. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I think we want that. Let's go and get the shield out, because our Dorkums are going to just kill here, because Ninjas are doing good work. Now we do get shocked here, but we only have one enemy left. Oh man. We could just... There we go. And the Goon Squad has this under control. Vinta's doing amazing work. Honestly, I'm surprised. Icy Chain seems good. The extra weak application is nice. The Frost isn't that relevant on its own, but we have the ability to stack powerful with Spirit Swarm, so... Okay, getting that out is more important than playing Shield Wall. Well, no, because we can play... Use this. Now there's no room for Ventus to come out, which is very good for us. So this guy is just going to keep trying to do things that aren't going to work. Make sure that our squad doesn't die. Kind of would like to have Ventus of our own, but not having them isn't the end of the world. Unfortunately, it now has an obscene amount of powerful, and it's attacking for a lot. It's not great for us. Because this is through weak and tough, we're still taking this much damage. Obviously not great. We do have Frost Barrier, which will freeze it midway through this attack. That's after... Jesus Christ. 80 damage through weak and tough. It's a good thing we're doing... that our deck has come together this well, because that is brutal. That is a crazy amount for... I don't know if we got any extra power. Maybe it did get extra powerful for failing to summon. There we go. Mecha Suit. I think Arcane Silence actually does more for us because it's an AoE damage card. Neither of those items does anything for us though. And we're absolutely going to upgrade Swarm Calling. I want the extra. I want the ability to get Venta pluses. It only matters if we play that if that's our first source of summons, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't think Meditate's doing enough for us. Alright. So we don't get the mid boss that we want, which is annoying. Could get Mystical Evolution though, which I always am a fan of. And we can go through here and get Swift Adaptation, which is going to be good for a couple reasons. Yeah, we've got several shots of Swift Adaptation here. Didn't get to do much with this turn, but next turn should be in good shape. You are taking 14, 28. Yeah, you're just already... If we do this, then that one's going to be bleeding. We are unfortunately taking a bit of damage. But we're not taking damage from that guy because he's super dead. Now you just die. Definitely could use some healing. Ooh. Spirit Bolt is so good. All three of these cards are actually fantastic. But I'm not here to make good choices. I'm here to make fun choices. And I think Spirit Bolt is the most fun choice. It's not doing anything for us. The Tesla coil is okay, I guess. Not amazing. It's whatever. Okay, no movement at all. It's asleep. We're going to scare it, and then we're going to walk through the cabin. Love to see that. Oh, right. Wait, how did we... We have the Predator still. That's how that thing died. Yeah, these guys are so vicious if we can get them out immediately. Especially if we can support them. Oh, we can't play that if we... Wait, no, we're good. We do that first. Very important that we do that. Bye. This is not bad. I think we just take the IC concentration. Because mana is kind of our problem. Yes, we can't hit the bonus on IC concentration, but like it's still just baseline a resolute focus. Pretty awkward turn, but... I really want to play this. The problem is I also really want to play this. Yeah, I guess that doesn't actually do that much for us. Just get a ton of shield, a ton of sturdy. Go for a small hit. Yeah, shot gets used up immediately. I don't know whether I want to play these. Play one of them. Get rid of it. Yeah, just slowly wailing away on our friendos. This fight is absolutely a challenge for this particular list. That'll work out. I think we have lethal. Yep. Okay. That's probably going to end up being the hardest fight in the run, if I had to guess. I do have to guess, because I don't know for certain. This would be very good against Baylator as a way to save us. I'm fine with sacrificing one of our summons if it keeps us alive. Okay. This upgrade is very good for cleansing, which we may need against the upcoming boss fight. That bird gives us a second turn of taunt, which means that we don't have to rely on drawing it on exactly the right turn. It just makes A generally a better card. I also am not opposed to just like, not that one, upgrading just a mana card and just getting extra mana. Lots of options. I think mana is our biggest concern. I think going Focus Plus does the most to help us. And then I don't know that we need the Infuse at this point. It doesn't directly help our primary summoning spam game plan. We do that. Pretty underwhelming Spirit Bolt, but that's fine. Yeah, we just need the extra actions here. And we freeze out you. Because you're not going to get a turn anyway. And this 4 can't do anything to us. Oh, yeah. Need more mana cards. Kind of would like to have an epic mana card by this point. We just got other epics that we wanted more. Okay. Yeah, I think we want to do that first. You know, if it's strictly speaking not the most efficient way to use our mana. We want to get that bleed out. Doesn't matter, it sounded like we had a very, very lethal swarm there. Alright, Mind Seed is pretty okay. I would like Warcry, but I think Mind Seed is more important. Because mana has been kind of where we are struggling. Neither of these does anything for us. Just take that. This fight has a chance of getting nasty, but I don't think it will. It helps that this boss has a really slow spin up, especially relative to some of the other A2 bosses. Getting that blade out's always nice. I think spreading out 12 powerful was worth it there. With effectively 24 extra damage each turn. Should have just played the Brainstorm. I don't think it matters a ton. I don't think there's any way we are in trouble here. It's about to flip, but I don't really care. Yeah, because it's... Compare the damage this thing did after like 4 turns of setting up to how much damage Infested Goliath did after 2 turns. And I know we blocked Infested Goliath summons, but still. Yeah. And we just win. Shark doesn't do that much for us because it doesn't work with the powerful stack. Speaking of powerful stacking, Arcane Surge is absolutely the card I was looking for here. I guess there's a chance that ends up mattering. I do like Arcane Surge Plus a lot. I'm just going to Arcane Surge Plus. Which is a card I like. Is it the card that we want? Probably not, but it's a card I like, so... And like 8 is pretty marginal. I don't think 8 is really doing that much for us. I mean, it is cheap, but I feel like card draw is more often our bottleneck. We can go this way and we can get a Convene. Convene isn't that ridiculous for us, but it's fine. This jerk is going to try and bully us. Has a decent chance of succeeding, unfortunately. Okay, now if it attacks us, it will get frozen by the frost barrier, so. I think that's my best bet. This is awkward again. Alright. This guy's more of a threat than it seems like because that damage accounts. Oh no! Because we're not tough. So, okay, that is actually about as threatening as it claims it is. It will not kill. Like, we do have the 2 plated, but this should still only be 14 damage on these guys, so they should live. Here's the big head, of course. We can take out the Mighty, which goes a long way towards reducing that damage. And then we're just going to get this extra damage out. I think that's more valuable than the extra powerful stacks. Now, yeah, I was afraid of that. Yeah, we got... This guy had the chance to just, like... There was a chance there that we would have 2 things happen. 1, it plays ambushed, and 2, this rolls the 50-50 shot of critting us, and both of those happened. Which is a little frustrating. But... it's fine. I'm not salty about it. I'd love to have a Persecute. It'd be pretty nice to pick up here. One of the Prowler cards. I don't think we're positioned. Well, we can probably beat CPU if we can summon on turn 1 or 2. If we can keep the summons alive. If we can block the CPU from summoning. Because that's really what that fight comes down to, is that so much of that fight is just in, if it does not get a chance to summon, you're fine. I don't know if we're actually going to pop it here. Until I should do math. Alright, yep. Ideally we get at least some Arcane here. Looks like no luck. But... I think we can eat this damage. Especially with our 2 plated. It cancels out most powerful there. We haven't actually played Spirit Shield yet, I realize, but against Baylater it could save our lives, so. It's kind of weird because, like, I really think that it makes sense to upgrade it for Baylater, but again, it is a card that's doing nothing for us in these other fights. Osifying Strike is fine, but I think Sanctuary does more for us. Should I chose the right path? Yep. Okay, there's a major bug that's currently in this patch that nobody noticed, and the patch just went live, so that's awkward. If you set your... This will be fixed probably by the time this video comes out, because this video I'm recording it long in advance, as always. But if you set the area to area 2 to random, it will start in area 2, which is fun. Huh. I think it's even worth spirit bolting here. Guess I can do that. Yeah, that's fine. 4 extra powerful to the squad. Decent amount of growth. There is an AoE hit here, but I don't think it's a big deal. And indeed it was not. Oh. Just hoping for a freeze there. Shield up. Alright, the baby is basically dead. Lamau. Fight is ending. Love it. Donk donk. Donk donk. Goodbye. Don't do this to me. We have to just take the Spirit Storm is just so good for this deck, and it's so good in multiples that I have to take it even over my precious whatchamacallit. Alright, neither of these is doing anything for us, so. I think I spied new Bane art there for a second. Alright. So I could do this, which would kill that, or I could do this. I think this is actually what I want to do, which is get us a lot of growth, I would like. And it will stop the, whatever from coming out. We do have the downside here that we are now very cursed. That helps. Also, in terms of this is just going to die. Oh man, so much bleed. Very important to get all that powerful out. Also, I haven't talked about it, but Orb Production has been quietly doing work for the whole run. Honestly, I kind of want this resto focus. So, the unfortunate thing here is that we're going to have to deal with two summons that are both going to explode on death. Which threatens our swarm. I'm just going to shield the allies because they are taking some damage here. Yeah. Should have been a little more careful there. It's fine. Lost some extra coverable there to me not paying attention. We also just immediately lost the Penta. Which was avoidable. But only if I played better. And in that sense, was it truly avoidable? Let's get two on the floor. So now no more summons can happen, but because it can't summon, it's going to start doing mean things. And I don't really know exactly what it's going to do, just that I'm not going to like it. Because I haven't done enough fights since the change where it can't summon over. Okay, so it applies Arcane Weakness to all of us, and it gains Arcane Rune. Which is not a thing it used to be able to do. Let's cleanse. And I'm just gonna buff the squad. So the funny thing is, like, it sets up Arcade Rune, and then, like, it has relatively few actual attacks. It only has the one turn where it actually attacks, which does not make the Arcade Rune particularly useful to it. Alright. Problem solved. Convene is okay. This is great. Yeah, it's way better than that. Gives us a break class in case of emergency way to draw cards. That's even more powerful stacking, which is always good. And I think we can get one of the Thriving Spirits. With the two Spirit Swarms, I think we're fine. And Thriving Spirits are very expensive. Oh no. We got hit for a small amount of damage. This fight could end up hurting, we will see. But, like, this is the sort of fight where I can just do that. God, I'm so close to having this freeze. Although the nice thing here is the first hit that thing does will freeze it. so. Although we are taking big hits from the first one, and 1 hit from the back one. Like, this is why I am kind of worried about the Bay later fight. Because, like, this is maybe later's. But you can see there, like, that's what Spirit Shield does. Just like, we don't have to spend, like, that saves us effectively for 2 turns because it saves us for the never to take this turn, last turn, and it saves us from losing health. All right, I think I'm actually just fine sacrificing you. That'll just make you explode real good. Doesn't quite take out that one. It's fine. Haha! It was killed by the bleed proc from emergency shield. You see, like, Taunt doing a lot of work here for us. And, like, this fight, we do have the advantage of being able to fill up all 4 slots with Bleed Gremlins, which is not something we will be able to do next fight, or in the Bay later fight, rather, but... Bye! I really like just getting that those little bits of heal. Don't really need that. It does more for us than that does, which means it does more than literal nothing. Pass and just move on. Thinking is hard. This fight technically could have problems for us, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Make them more powerful. Nice thing here is the Poison Blood keeps getting blown up by the Shadow Burst. Okay, yeah, this is worth throwing into. So I'm sort of playing this out. Fortunately, we don't quite get this kill that I want here. We don't take too much here. Like, that healing we have is really helping because it means that we don't lose any, we don't keep bleeding out max recoverable here. Take some damage, but I forgot that I was paying attention to the fact that we're going to get the freeze, which is obviously really good. Not the fact we got the freeze, not the fact that I wasn't paying attention. The fact that I wasn't paying attention is completely value neutral. No one can say whether that was good or bad. Is it important to pay attention while playing video games? Scientists just don't know. I don't know if this is lethal, but it's or at least very close. Yeah, looks like it's lethal. Yeah, Hunter's Focus is pretty okay. It is not CPU, so we don't even get to find out if this deck could have beaten CPU. That's not going to do anything for us. That's not going to do anything for us. We'll spend our rerolls here because we've got literally nothing else to spend them on. These items are a whole bunch of nothing. I guess that technically does it. That's actually pretty okay in the Bay later fight. Alright, Chili's to burn the rest of our rests. Here we go. Alright, I'm very happy to see that, because I just want to be able to get those out as our minions. I see like this huge amount of damage that we were going to take, now we're not. If I can get any mana here, I can actually keep that guy alive. Which makes me happy. Like, Bayleader's going to turn all of its might against killing a little bitty Benta, and fail. Thanks for playing. Better luck next time, pal. And we aren't really taking any damage here, and it's going to freeze itself out against us on the first hit. So it's fine. Feels good to be basically clowning on Bayleader. That gets more powerful, which means that this will be more powerful. Which means that our rats are now more powerful. Sacrifice a rat. I probably shouldn't. This rat is so powerful that throwing it away is absolutely a waste. But then we didn't take damage. It looks like we are going to need shield here. One turbo rat, one baby. And now, Hyper Rat. So that is Summon Raodan. Like I said, Summon decks just kind of work on any character. Raodan, we just like, we get the extra mana, and that works out. And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward list. You try and get Spirit Swarm, you stack some powerful, that helps out. You throw some defense, you just chew through your enemies. If you're playing against idols, this deck becomes a lot weaker because idols do a lot more things to mess with your summons. But if you're just doing regular depth 3, summons will just chew through it pretty easily. Literally chew through it in the case of Ventus, of course. So that's going to be it for this video. I will see you next time. Until then, toodles.